Star Wars geek girls. They're geek girls that like Star Wars. And sometimes cry.
Hello, my name is Zoe and I'm here with Lizzy.
Hi.
And our special guest, Holly Frey. Is that?
Hi. That's correct.
Okay, she has she has podcasts too, like What You Missed in History class, which is good because I'm taking AP Euro this year, so that's
Excellent. Excellent.
And geography.
And like how stuff works, you're part of that too, right? And
correct.
Yeah, so
correct.
Just tell us about yourself.
So yeah, I am one of the hosts of Stuff You Missed in History class, which is a podcast that is part of How Stuff Works, and I also do video work for How Stuff Works. So we'll sometimes go on location and film things, like we filmed at Celebration, and we filmed at NASA a few times. And I also have another podcast that is not part of How Stuff Works called Faux-Authentic History that I host with Brian Young, which is where we talk about fictional universes as though they were real history.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I used to like history for a while, and now I don't have history class, geography something. I do not like geography.
The good thing is, eventually, like, the history and the geography kind of, start to merge together. Like, the geography becomes important in the bigger world history picture.
Mm-hmm. So, and we had a couple questions for you, like a little interview.
Perfect.
So, Zoe, you start. Zoe.
Yeah, I'm here.
So quiet.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sick, so if I sound like weird or stuffy, that's why.
I have the cough, but it's like...
You got me sick.
I did, yes, through the phone.
Yep.
All the way to California, or from California to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's how it works, right?
Digitally transmitted. Nice job.
Yes, that's how everything happens. Okay. Zoe, you start.
With questions, right? That's what we're on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry. So my first question is, what got you so interested in, like, history stuff?
Well, I will tell you this. For a long time, I thought I hated history. Like, I just did not enjoy it. Well into my 30s. It was not, by a long shot, my favorite subject in school. And one of my best friends actually has a master's degree in history, and I would always, like, moan about it, be like, I don't know how you can do that. And then... for a long time, I worked in a university library, and I was in acquisitions. So I was buying books to the library. And our head librarian one day was like, I didn't know you were into history. I was like, I'm not. And he pointed out that I had actually been ordering a lot of books on the history of Chinese embroidery, which is just something that I like, and Victorian fashion. And I was like, oh... I guess I do actually like history. I just never thought about it. And really, I realized, like, it was the clothes that got me into it. Like, that's really was my into history. But now that it's kind of my day-to-day life, there are always wonderful surprises that make me love it more and more all the time.
That's awesome. I hope
that's just like,
somehow...
I don't like history. And then you're like, oh, wait, I do.
I do. I just, and this is absolutely no shade to history teachers, but I think, because of the way curriculum is often structured in school, it's a lot of memorizing and, kind of like rote like, here are the facts, here are the dates, run with that. And it just wasn't super engaging to me when I was younger. But now I really like, reading about things and finding these sort of unturned stones of history that are things people never ever, really talk about. Or if they do, it's very rare and in very niche situations. So that sort of makes it very exciting, because I've come to realize, like, of course, we are making history around us all the time, every day. And all of the people that we talk about on our podcast were just normal people at one point in time, but they did something interesting, or they stepped up at a historic moment, and that sort of catapulted them onto the world stage. And so, for all we know, there will be someone in 80 years who talks about Zoe and Lizzy and their work on a podcast because we're part of history. It's living.
Actually, I have a friend at it's not history, but I have a friend at my school. His name is Lewis. I don't know if he would be listening, but he said that we're really cool that we have a podcast, because he listens to other podcasts, and I told him about ours, and he says that he was really jealous, and he wished he had a podcast, and he thinks we're really cool, Zoe.
We are cool, yay!
Yay!
Completely cool.
So that made me happy. So my question is, do your dresses or anything you design have pockets? Because a lot of women like pockets, just to hold everything,
Yeah, and there is definitely a lack of pockets in dresses. So for anybody that's listening that doesn't know, I also make and design a lot of clothes. So this is not a random question out of the blue. It depends is my answer.
Okay.
Often I don't put pockets in my own dresses for a couple of reasons. One, I'm a very fast stitcher, but sometimes I take shortcuts. Like, I'm really bad about, like, saying I want a new dress for tomorrow at like 10:30 at night. And I can manage that, but sometimes I have to skip pockets. But also, I try to avoid giving myself the bad habit of standing around with my hands in my pockets. Like, it's just not great for, posture and whatnot. And especially if we're filming anything where I'm going to be on video. So I don't do that. And also, I'm hippie. Like, I have wide hips already. I don't need to add more things at the pocket area. But but I often put pockets in when I sew for other people, like, especially if they request them, obviously. But usually if I'm making a dress for a friend or something, I will say, do you want pockets in this? And almost always they say yes.
Yeah. In elementary school, I used to wear skirts a lot. And now I don't, because now I realize I don't really like skirts. And I always loved the ones with pockets.
Yeah.
They were always so cool, and I put rocks in them because I collected rocks. So, yeah, that was little Lizzy. And
so now
even at my desk, there was rocks. So
you could start wearing skirts again and carrying rocks. I mean, you can revisit that magic time.
I don't really have good legs. I just I don't know. Just pants for me is all good. Also the big one, of course, how did you get into Star Wars?
So I will give away that I'm very old, which is fine. I'm totally comfortable with my age. But so Star Wars A New Hope debuted on my 6th birthday. And so my parents made my brother take me, which he was not very pleased about. But so, yeah, I saw it when I was 6, and I just remember walking out of it. First, I thought that it was mine. Like, I thought my parents had it made for me, which was terribly delusional. But yeah, I mean, I just love, like, everybody that sees it for the first time. And I especially in a theater, when you see A New Hope and that beautiful opening scene, you know, of the ships going sort of over your head as the audience and into frame. I mean, my tiny mind was blown. And I came out of it completely rabidly obsessed with it. And I remember getting home that night and telling my mom I wanted a long white dress, and she was like, "That is not like you at all." And I was like, "I want it. We'll make it happen." And it's never ended. So
that. I can't really say that when I saw Star Wars I wanted a dress, but
with pockets.
with pockets, I wanted lightsabers, and actually that Star Wars kind of helped me and my mom. We came from Mexico and we learned English, but sorry, that's my dog. Bingo.
Nice. Hi, Bingo.
um so we just learned, we kind like we went I'm stuttering again. We met my dad, and then it was really cool because he had a bunch of movies, bunch of Star Wars movies, and so we got into Star Wars like that and like learned English like that, and it was really cool. So,
that's sort of fantastic.
Yeah. Zoe, your turn.
I know, I'm being quiet. I mean, I got into Star Wars because it always was. Yes, I
Right.
don't know. I don't remember seeing Star Wars for the first time.
I don't either. Like,
I
was told that I was taken to see Revenge of the Sith when I was little, but I don't remember it particularly.
mean, I'm assuming I watched it.
Like, I think Revenge of the Sith, and I watched Phantom Menace in 3D when they were trying to come up with 3D Star Wars movies.
Right.
And I watched that one in the movie theaters, and then Force Awakens. So those three are the ones that I've only watched in the movie theaters, which is actually really cool.
So I'm curious, because Star Wars has always been around, as you know, as far as you guys have existed. Like, it was already here before you got here. So because my first memory of it is so clear because there was a time before it when there was no Star Wars, and then after. Mm-hmm. I'm curious what your first memories of it are.
I don't really remember that much, but I really, really liked it. In elementary school, I was kind of bullied for it, though. So I remember kind of, like, somewhat keeping it in, and then with my friends, I just throw it all out at them about how awesome Star Wars is. But other than that, it was, that was almost it. So I can't remember, though. And, like, now it's actually gotten better. In middle school, all I was it wasn't really bullied. It was just teasing me about how Star Trek was better, and I was like, okay, sure, whatever. So that, and now that I'm at high school, it's everyone loves, like, it's a art school that I go to, and it's really cool because everyone is like, they watched all the old school movies, and they love Star Wars, and they love just almost everything. And so I kind of made friends, like, nice. Star Wars-y friends. Perfect. So I'm happy. And then there's Zoe.
Ow.
Zoe.
Well, I mean, for me personally, like, my first memories, not even Star Wars memories, just memories, are playing, like, the Lego Star Wars games with my dad. So
nice.
Oh, I did that too with Axel, and it was kind of difficult with Axel because he just want to kill everyone, but but that was Axel. But I also remembered my dad used to buy me, like, toys, the Galactic Hero toys that used to come out, and I collected them all, and I would I've been wanting to be a chef for a long time, so, and Ooh. My mom bought me little pots and pans, like, just to play with, and so I would cook, like, pretend to cook the galactic heroes, like Ahsoka and Anakin, like Darth Vader.
They're
I'm sorry,
delicious.
Zoe.
What?
So, that was fun.
Very funny. That's very funny. It's funny that you mentioned kind of the transition through times in school and being sort of out as a Star Wars fan versus not, because there was definitely, like, you know, in my growing up post Return of the Jedi, there was definitely this period where I was kind of aging into that point of like late junior high and then high school where nobody really talked about Star Wars. And what's very, very funny is one of my very closest friends from high school and I both loved Star Wars, but we never talked about it in high school. It wasn't until like we were adults that he was like, "Why did you never tell me you love Greedo?" And I was like, "'Cause it was weird and nobody talked about Star Wars. Why didn't you ever tell me you loved Greedo?" So it's been kind of funny as adults. Like once we reconnect, we lost touch for a few years, and then once we reconnected, Star Wars is very integral to our friendship, which is pretty funny. 'Cause we had a big gap where we never talked about it or knew that we both loved it.
That's really cool. I didn't have that much Star Wars friends in elementary school. I had like one or two in middle school. In high school, I have like 5, maybe, like that at least know it enough that they would talk to me about it. So it's getting there. Star Wars is becoming big. I swear it is. I hope it continues.
I don't think you have to worry in that regard. There will be plenty around for years to come, which is excellent for me.
Yeah, that I'm really happy for Rogue One coming out. What about you, Zoe?
Yesterday, we had like a link leader. I'm part of like a linker thing, but we had like a meeting thing, and they were like talking, and my teacher made the mistake of referencing Rogue One when he was talking to us, and then that's all I could think about for the rest of the class, and I was like, well, I have no idea what you just said. I'm just thinking about Rogue One.
So, how do you feel with Rogue One coming out and everything?
So I'm wearing a K2SO dress right now, so there's clue.
I love K2SO.
Oh, I do too. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
He's so negative, and I love it.
I know, right? Like, I love a snarky droid. I also love Chopper for the same reason.
Chopper.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. My husband and I, because, you know, even though Rogue One comes out on the 16th of December, they will have the Thursday night viewings on the 15th, and that is actually our 20th wedding anniversary. So,
cool.
So we are going to spend it at the movie theater. And then probably we'll actually be away from home. We'll be traveling to celebrate. And so that'll be kind of a super awesome way to celebrate our marriage, because we both love Star Wars and had our action figures on our cake when we got married. So it'll be a really fun. I'm so excited for Rogue One. I think it looks glorious. It's so beautiful.
My Zoe, my dad got the Rogue One, the Before Rogue One Happens book.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And he's shown me a page, and I started to cry.
Oh no.
I would say, but like it's just too much. I'll tell you later, Zoe. It's just.
I understand completely. We when we went and saw Doctor Strange, we saw it in IMAX 3D, and they ran the Rogue One trailer in front of it, also in IMAX 3D, and I was like a puddle of tears. I fell apart. And I've seen the Rogue One trailer, you know, dozens of times before that, but man, it was so beautiful on the big screen.
My dad is the same way. We want to go see a movie, and I think it was like before Force Awakens came out, and we went into the movie theater for, I don't remember what movie it was, but it didn't matter because we were early, and then all the trailers popped up, and then there was Force Awakens, and so he just started freaking out so bad. And now every time we go to a movie theater, he always tries to get us to go early, so that way we could see like a Star Wars trailer. And it's just, It's
Just pay for the movie ticket, watch the Star Wars trailer, and then leave.
oh my goodness.
Well, you could
Yes.
always pay for the movie ticket, watch the Star Wars trailer, and then kind of go from theater to theater in the movieplex just watching the trailers.
That I will tell him that. So yeah, he's the same. Like my parents went to go watch Doctor Strange, and I had to babysit Axel. I couldn't go. And I was really really sad because I was the one that wanted to go the most, and I stayed home, and they said that they saw the Rogue One trailer. And I was like, oh, I'm so happy for you guys.
Thanks for telling me. That was really nice.
Yeah. So
Hopefully you'll get to go soon, though.
yeah, I want to.
Yeah.
So I didn't put this on the other questions, but what is your favorite design or clothes that you've made so far?
Like Star Wars specific or just in general?
I think in general.
Oh, that's really tough. I've been sewing a really long time. Yeah, oh, that's really tough.
Yeah. Or like what you wear most often.
That is also difficult. I can tell you what I'm really into right now. So one of the things that I really love to do is design fabric and have it custom printed. Because I love custom everything. That's a big part of why I sew. Like people are like, you must love to sew, and I'm like, not as much as I love having a lot of clothes. Like that's really the driver of the sewing, is that I want a lot of clothes. And I recently designed some fabric that is a Hawaiian print, but embedded in it is the original Greedo 3 3/4 inch action figure. So it's a little bit silly and it's very loud and sort of obnoxious, but I really love it. And I made like a 1940s style dress out of it. So
awesome.
Right now that's a big favorite. And my K2SO dress that I'm wearing right now is also a big favorite. So those are in heavy rotation right at the moment.
I want a Sabine dress. There was a homecoming dance, and I'm a freshman, so it's like the first one, I think. I don't remember really. It's I don't really keep up with everything, but I just wanted to go with some friends. But then I was like, oh, I don't really even have a dress, and I don't want to go out and buy one or anything. So I just ended up staying home.
Oh no!
And yeah, so they all went and they had fun. And I was like thinking in my head, I want a Sabine dress or like some sort of like Star Wars Rebels dress. Like it would just be awesome.
I have a goofy, it would not be suitable for a formal occasion, but I have a silly chopper dress. That's one that I made to run in, like for the Disney races.
Oh, I saw that one. Yeah.
It's very silly. Very last minute project, so.
That one was really, I really liked that one. I saw it and I was like, Chopper!
Oh, I love Chopper. Although what's really funny is, when you're doing like a running costume, you can't always be as like hardcore true to what the character is as you would be if you were just doing like a costume for a con. But what was really funny and slightly dismaying is how many people had no idea who it was. Like in the course of that half marathon, I think I got called C-3PO like 6 times.
What?
Right? And it's a Star Wars themed half marathon that I was running. So it's like, you people should know better. You should be ashamed. But it happens all the time.
Yeah. I mean, me and Zoe, we get called like Boba Fett all the time. So it's just...
right? Do you get Leia? Because I get Leia all the time.
Leia? I've never had Leia yet.
I get Leia almost... Yeah. I get Boba Fett and Leia all the time.
Yeah, Leia is real common.
Yeah.
I think anytime someone sees a girl or a woman in a Star Wars costume, the only female that comes to mind is Leia, and so it happens.
And now it's Rey and Jin now. I mean, it's getting there, so we're slowly moving.
I haven't gotten called Rey or Jin, but Safi has her Tusken costume, and she gets called Rey all the time.
Is it a standard Tusken or a female Tusken?
It's a standard Tusken.
I have a lady Tusken that I made years and years ago, like right after. Oh, I don't remember when I made it. Probably right after Attack of the Clones. But at that point, that was I've never been called Rey because she didn't exist, and I haven't worn it recently. So heaven only knows.
I am called. I just like the normal Boba Fett and pink Boba Fett or pink girl. It's just so it's. I wish people knew. I wish.
I get called once. Someone spent 5 minutes trying to convince me that I was Bo-Katan, and I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I know who I made my costume for. I mean, just going out on a limb, I think I might know who I am.
Oh, Zoe. Yeah, my little brother, everyone knows him because he's Ezra.
Right.
Everyone. And everyone knows, well, most people know Hera. I mean, when I was Hera, people call me Shrek. So, it was just that one time, but it's sticking to me really badly. And
I'm surprised they went out of universe, right? Like they couldn't conjure Yoda for that moment. I don't.
Yes, and no, just Shrek.
Oh dear.
I don't understand.
Bless their hearts.
And just Green Girl, Hulk, She-Hulk. Like, how? I don't understand. But that's just... people need to know Star Wars.
Yeah, we had I have a friend, she's a wonderful person, but we had this moment over Halloween where one of my coworkers, her entire family was dressing as Star Wars characters for Halloween this year, and she had one of those inflatable costumes. But she came over to my desk and being like, "Tell me what Jabba says," and I'm like, "I don't want to be gatekeeping a costume for you." Didn't really have like a context of who she says at all. Like, I don't know that that's important, but she had fun. That's all that matters.
I was 3K for Halloween, and no one at my school knew who I was.
That's so cool.
And that was fine. It was funny because in my Taekwondo class, there were some people dressed up like as Star Wars people. One was like a store-bought Boba Fett and like a generic Jedi. And so I went up to him, and of course, Kanan, season 3 spoilers has. Have you seen season 3?
Have I?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and because he's so I had like a little marking on my face, but I didn't have contacts because I can't wear contacts yet. I haven't got a doctor check out my eyes yet. And I went up to him and I was like, "Hey, I'm your buddy. I'm a Jedi too." And he looked at me and he was like, "Oh, okay. Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah, yes, I am pretty sure." And
are you sure?
And I was like, oh, I survived Order 66. Because I was like kind of testing his knowledge on things.
Right.
And he was like, oh, I did too. Like, and I was like, oh, cool, you and I, we're both alive. And and he had Anakin boots, and I looked at his boots, and I was like, oh, where'd you get those? You know, and he was like, oh, Amazon, and all this stuff, and he had a lightsaber. And so that was cool. I mean, I obviously knew way more Star Wars than him, but it was okay.
It happened. It happened.
And then I went up to the store-bought Mandalorian, the store-bought Boba Fett, and I was like, oh, I'm a Mandalorian too. I have a Mandalorian too. And he was like, what's a Mandalorian? I was
Oh
like,
no.
ah.
Oh,
And then-
whoopsie daisies.
Like,
So good.
I kind of just left.
Just slowly back out of the conversation.
Right.
Yeah, so. Yeah, so Halloween was fun.
I was Admiral Akbar for Halloween this year, so kind of like a cutesy, goofy version, not like a realistic version.
Oh,
but
I saw that on your website. That was really cute.
It's just silly and goofy. It's one that I made again to run in, so it's like easy and doesn't block visibility. But it's always super fun. But it is another one where people kind of like that aren't into Star Wars can't. They spend a lot of time trying to figure out what it is. Like you can look at them and their wheels are turning, and they usually say something like, you know, "Are you a frog?" I'm like, "No, that's all right. I'm gonna go get my lunch now."
Yeah, there's a game that is it's called Splatoon, and like it's basically about these squids, and you just like spray paint at each other, and like you get shot, you become a puddle of paint or whatever. And so now whenever I think if I ever wore an Admiral Akbar costume around like schools or something, I'm pretty sure that's what they would call me.
Oh, right.
Because, I mean, he's a calamarian, right?
Yeah, he's a Moncal, yeah.
Moncal, yeah. He keeps mixing me up with that. And they're really delicious, too.
They are, sadly, delicious. We've taken a dark turn. Nobody eat Admiral Akbar. I really like him. Nobody do it.
Yeah. So, I don't have any more questions. Zoe, do you have any?
No, I don't.
Do you have any upcoming ideas? Any cool things? I don't know.
Me?
Yes.
Things are going to be a little quiet for a minute. We always have our podcast going. For people that are in Georgia, we will be on All Things Considered coming up. They're going to broadcast from the roof of our building, which is a kind of historically interesting building. So keep an eye out for that. Okay. And we are doing a series of videos that are under the How Stuff Works brand, but they are stuff you missed in history class, about a variety of those will start coming out this week. We filmed them a few weeks ago. So that's kind of what's going on with me. Just trying to get through the end of the year.
Yeah, that's cool. So I guess that's it for our little interviews. That was, and then for news, are you caught up with all the Star Wars news?
Yes.
Okay, so the Darth Maul comic book miniseries, I found. Was that something we found out today, Zoe?
What?
Right? Yeah.
What?
The Darth Maul comic book series?
Yeah, so at least I found it out today, so maybe I'm slow.
Yeah, I found out. Okay, yeah. So, I'm actually really, really excited for that. And I'm sorry, Zoe. Because, I find Maul to be very interesting in his own way. And I would say misunderstood, but no, I don't really think he's that misunderstood as most villains are. His story is just so sad. So Zoe, you have to have at least like some sympathy for him.
Nope.
I mean, what, like, he hasn't even really done anything so bad, except for Kanan's eyes, of course. But
he killed
that's
Satine. He
that
took
too.
over Mandalore. He killed Qui-Gon.
It was good though. Like, it was for the story, and the story is amazing. If he didn't kill Qui-Gon, then Anakin most likely would have or would not have gone in the dark side, and it would mess up the story if he didn't kill Qui-Gon. I'm sorry, Zoe.
But I love that that's your justification, because in Galaxy, like in story, it's not like he was like, I really need to move this kid's life along. I better kill his mentor.
Yeah, it's just. So I can't. I feel sympathy for Maul. I feel bad for him because of his background. It's just his background is just intense. Like, I don't. Have you guys read the comic book series? Like the small. It's not exactly small. There was like a Maul series.
Like it was like 4 issues, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was. It was like, I think he was probably after, like a few days, like not days, but somewhere after Clone Wars. I don't remember though.
Trying to remember. There we go. I'm looking it up. I look up everything. That's always my first. It's my absolute first instinct is to just look it up. So it was right before the Battle of Naboo, and the Phantom Menace stuff. So, yeah, it was that Black Sun storyline, like that was happening right before. Hello, that was happening right before Phantom Menace.
Huh. I was thinking of another of another comic. There
This one was all the way back in 2001, so it was quite a ways back. Are you thinking of a different one?
I'm thinking, yes, different, just after Agents. I think it was almost the first comic to be canon.
Oh.
Yeah. So, it was just about Maul, and he it was such a while back. He was in prison or something, and he breaks out, and he goes and I don't want to say too much. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop there because it's just too much. There's a lot. There's a lot of good stuff in there. I'll try to remember what it is, and then try to figure out how to send that to you.
Oh! It's Son of Dathomir.
Son of Dathomir. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Which that's the one that goes back to when he was a kid. Like there are flashbacks, if I'm remembering correctly.
I think so. I haven't read it in a long time. Well, my dad used to read us the comic books, but that was like a long time ago. Like when everything was now that everything is Legends.
Yeah.
Uh, it's I'm sorry. I can't. I lost track. I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Sons of Dathomir. So, I just his background. It's just very sad. I feel for him. I'm sorry, Zoe.
I don't like it.
So, Zoe, what about you? What do you think about the comic? Are you ever gonna pick it up?
I mean, I'm sure it'll be really good, and I know I probably should read it, but I mean, I respect Darth Maul as a character. He's a good character, and he's an interesting character. I don't like him. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that is true. What about you? Holly? Are you looking forward to it, or are you
Oh,
like
yeah.
Zoe?
No. I mean, I'm way behind on my comics reading, but I totally want it. Yeah, I got I think the last one that I really kept up with as it was coming out was Lando. And then I have kind of like Darth Vader, I got a little behind on, and then it was a landslide where I just got behind on everything. So I literally have this ridiculous stack that is just built up and is waiting for the moment when I can indulge.
I do too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Just, I still need to read the Ahsoka book.
I loved it.
I'm on chapter 5. I was trying to read it because I called in sick for school, and so I tried reading it, and I just fell asleep. I was on chapter 5. So I really am, but I really am trying, Zoe. So we could do a whole episode about it.
It's hard to keep up with everything. There's so much stuff coming out now, which is great. Like, I would so rather be in this situation than not having stuff, but it's a struggle to keep up.
It is. It's just too much. Like, next week, there's probably going to be another book. The next week, and then the next week.
Yeah.
And then the next. and then I also want to read. I haven't read Aftermath, and I really want to read that because I heard of the character Mr. Bones, and I think he's adorable.
I love Mr. Bones. I read the first Aftermath, and I'm a few chapters into the second one, so.
I love Mr. Bones so much.
He's just a fun character. Like, my dad would listen to audiobooks in the car when we'd go to a con or just go. He'd drop me off at school or something. And so I got into it a little, and I haven't heard him listening to it anymore. So I don't know what's going on with it. But I need to read it. I do. And then other news, I guess. The Rogue Rebels podcast. So my family and I, we have we're called the Rogue Rebels because we cosplayed as like Star Wars Rebels all together as family, and because no one would approve of us sometimes, like in different groups. So we made our own little group.
Love it.
So we rebelled, and we made the Star Wars family, Rogue Rebels, and we have our own little website, theroguerebels.com. I think we have an Instagram too. I don't know what that is though, because I don't have Instagram. I don't have anything on my phone. So, but we are trying to get a Rogue Rebels podcast. We've been trying to get at it, but like sometimes we just don't have time, or my mom's never there because she has work, and we try to do it all together. So we're We're trying. We will get a Rogue Rebels podcast, and it will be awesome. I promise. And then there's the news is a Target ad on YouTube. The Nerdist embraces feminism, and have you watched that?
I have.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I really like it. I don't. I'm okay with Target. My mom loves Target, but that was a really cool ad.
Yeah.
It was just, I wanted to cry because that's what we do on Star Wars Geek Girl. We cry.
That is fine by me, because I do as well. I told you the story of me bawling in the movie theater, so you know I'm with you.
Yeah. So I love how the movies now are just the female. They're strong female characters in it now. I'm super, super happy about it. Like before, it was kind of like the side
But we're back.
It wasn't Buddy this time.
It wasn't. It was just my computer. It's been acting like a little funky lately because we were like backing up stuff on a drive to help it run faster, and it's like, oh, what is this? What's going on? So I don't know.
You like backed out, and then I was like, oh, do we go on? Do we not? What's going on? And so, yeah, there you're back. Okay. So,
Return of the Zoe.
Females. The Return of Zoe. Return of the Jedi. I'm the Sith here. I'm the emo one here. It's really weird. It's I'm just she loves Poe Dameron. I love Kylo.
What?
It's all good.
Nice.
Oh.
That's perfect balance. There's absolutely no problem with that.
Yes. I'm not sure what my brother is. I know Safi, your sister, is like me.
Sappy's on the dark side.
Yes, me too. I don't know what Axel is.
You see, you walk into my room and it's like Red, Ahsoka, Sabine. Walk in her room like Phasma, Kylo, Vader.
Oh, me too. I don't have any posters actually. So, let's go with females, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
So,
we're talking about.
okay, so just I can't wait for Rogue One. Jin.
Yeah.
Baby Jin, adult Jin, every Jin.
Right. I do have one request to Lucasfilm, which is like, please give your lady characters names that are not just 3-letter, 1-syllable names, because my brain will scramble them. I can't tell you how many times I've been like talking with my husband, and I'm talking about Jen, but I keep calling her Ray, and he gets really confused, and he goes, "Wait, do you mean in fact Jen?" I'm like, "Yes, I mean Jen. You know, I mean Jen," and vice versa. The same plays out the other way. It's like we need like a 4th letter for my brain to sort it.
Yeah, I didn't notice that before. That's interesting. No, but well, like, yeah, that's. I didn't notice that. What is wrong with me? Anyway. Oh my gosh! Now I know, and now I realize in Force Awakens, Poe, Rey, and Finn. Yeah. Except Finn has 4 letters, but like it's still very, very close.
A very succinct name. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Rey, Jin, and Padme, Leia, Ahsoka.
You're forgetting some very important people.
Sabine,
Lizzy.
Hera. Sabine, Hera.
Mon Mothma.
Mon Mothma.
Right.
Bo-Katan,
Size Noodles.
Size Noodles. I used to love her so much. I don't know what it was.
I still love her. I love Size Noodles.
Like an episode came out, and it was from an episode of Clone Wars. It was the one with Voss, who my dad does the character of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
so
I remember this episode.
The Hunt for Zero. And so she's singing there, and I used to just sing along with her. So it was just
I
really
love that episode.
I really like
love
it
that
too.
episode so
Not
much.
as much as my dad, but oh well. Personally, I like the Night Sisters episodes.
Oh yeah, those are beautiful.
Those are awesome. And I don't know why I loved her so much. I used to talk like her too. It's oh god. Okay. Oh, you could ask my parents. They'll tell you. This is so weird. And so let's see. Let's see other characters. Barasafi, Luminara. Oh god,
I loved her.
She was just so cool. She was like so calm, and I was just like, how do you do it? Teach me.
Yeah, right? Well, I remember when, again, you lovely ladies were not around yet, but when episode 1 came out and the visual dictionary came out before the movie, because they used to do it that way, I remember looking at her in the visual dictionary and I was just like, who is this? She looks amazing. Like, I just thought she looked incredibly beautiful and so strong and so cool, and I love the Tholoth headdress. And so I've always loved Luminara Unduli. Or not Luminara Unduli, but why is my brain doing a gear shift?
Adi?
Hold on, I'm looking.
They said Tholopian, right? That's Adigalia, right? I don't know.
There are so many I's.
Okay.
You see, I have the same problem. I keep shuffling up the names in my head. Yeah, Adigalia I loved her.
That one, I try to remember who she sounds familiar. I can't remember.
And then she died.
Right. And then in the movies, there is another Tholoth Jedi who is Stas Ali.
Stas Ali. Yeah. And there's Katuni.
Oh, Katuni. Oh, now I remember Adigalia. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
It's all
I
coming
made it all confusing by mixing up my Jedi like a dork, so that's on me.
Okay. I really liked my mom. She does Ayla Secura. She's so cool. Like in like Revenge of the Sith for like a split second, but like
and then
it was
she
just really
died.
cool to see her. And
it was bad when she died.
What's on Zoe?
I don't know.
And so I remember sneaking into the garage because my dad had just like boxes of comic books of Star Wars, and they were all canon back then. I was little, and I would read the story of how Voss found Ayla Secura when she was little, and
all right. I'll hit record again, and hopefully it doesn't break everything.
No, you don't have to hit record. It's recording.
Oh, it's recording now.
It's recording on this computer.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, we are so good at podcasting.
Yay! Technology.
So it's recording on my computer. I can cut out anything.
Alright, so after more technical difficulties, we have returned.
Hooray!
What were you talking about? Oh, it was my Sabine.
Yeah, you're Sabine.
Yeah, your
And
season 2 Sabine.
Yeah. And how I finished it so Lizzy can stop making fun of me now.
Yeah, that's true.
And
We're at season 3. It's okay, you can tease me because I don't have season 3.
I wore it on Sunday, and so I learned a few things. One, we got new snaps, and they don't like me.
Uh-oh.
Two, we need to put a lot of hairspray on the wig because, like, every time I take my helmet off, it just goes poof, and it's like
Poof.
everywhere. So I'm just like, oh no, Sabine with bedhead.
Nice.
And then we still have to make the secondary belt and
Oh, me too.
the leg flares around the boots.
Ew.
And we're gonna put little LEDs in my gauntlets so they light up and I can feel cool.
Nice.
Yay.
I have all these new toys. Now I have a little clicker detonator thing, and we're gonna have little bombs, I guess.
Detonators?
You know, the little button thing. It's like click, click.
Click. Oh, I get it. The thing that ignites the bomb, right?
Yeah, click, click.
Yay. Click. Good
Click,
job,
click.
Zoe.
Yay!
Good job, Zoe.
The troop I wore to was the Science Factory, which is really fun because, like, not only are the kids there, like, nerds, so the kids are excited to see Star Wars characters, but also, like, there's a lot of, like, really cool stuff. Like, there's this one thing, it's a little, like, parachute, and you stick it in, and then it shoots all the way up to the roof, and then just slowly floats back down.
You were telling me that, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Zoe.
Cool.
Oh.
Oh, and there's like one part, and it was like physics, and there was like, this piece is called the fulcrum. And I was like, ah,
Ah,
oh my
God. Oh, we are nerds.
god.
It's
Nothing
great.
wrong with that.
This is true. So, that sounds good. Yay! Season 2! We could be season 2 buddies now.
Yay!
Yahoo! So, do you have any costumes, Holly?
Oh yeah. I haven't done a lot of like cosplay in a while, other than running, just because I've been too busy. And I have a number of costumes that I currently do not fit into. But yeah, in Star Wars stuff, starting when the prequels came out, I got really big into Star Wars costuming for a while. Like I have a pre-Senate Amidala kimono. If I ever want to wear it again, though, I probably need to remake the headdress. And I have her black travel gown. And I have a Bespin Leia gown that I embroidered. And my husband has a biker scout. We've both done a number of Jedi costumes. Yeah, we got lots of Star Wars stuff over here.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Zentai.
That's sorry, I just blanked out. Sorry, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I don't have that much. My mom is the one that has a lot. She's the mom. She has all of them. But sometimes she's gonna get a Jin, so I'll most likely get that. We'll most likely share the costume, like we share Sabine costume, and so I mean, the ones that I kind of own are season 2 Sabine and my priestess from the Yoda Chronicles.
Nice.
So
See, what you have to do now is your mom dresses as season 1 Sabine, and you dress as season 2 Sabine.
Okay, Zoe. I can't stop coughing. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm so sorry you're both under the weather.
I got Zoe sick.
Through the computer.
Through the computer. Yes. It's a virus.
There you go.
So no, no. Oh God. Zoe, are you okay? She used to
Yeah.
get me with the puns. I wasn't ever good at puns, so I this is why I stayed out of it. Um, so yeah, I think we're gonna be doing season 3, but I think my mom wants to do that one, so she's probably gonna own that one. And then I am for sure gonna be a Jedi for the Saber Guild shows. Um, Also just because I want a Jedi. I want a generic Jedi.
Yeah.
Because Jedi's are cool, but not as cool as Sith. But whatever. What can you do? Uh,
I will have to disagree with that.
okay, Zoe. You disagree with me all you want, but we all have opinions. So, I don't have any. I didn't really have any recent events. I don't remember. And I don't have any upcoming ones that I know of either. Um, Zoe, you have a Rogue One premiere?
I do?
It says on the notes.
I do.
Zoe.
I don't know anything about it, but I guess I do.
Hey, Zoe.
This is news to me.
Okay, Zoe. Take your word for it.
I got Steel City Con. That's in
Oh,
December.
you're not trooping?
I am attending, but I'm not trooping because
Okay.
long story.
Yeah. Okay. Celebration!
Yeah, I will be there.
Oh, awesome. We're both gonna be there, right, Zoe?
Excellent.
Yay.
Excellent.
Yay!
I'm
Yeah,
so
we will
happy.
be there. How Stuff Works is going to be there. We'll be there with a team to interview people, so we can always interview the Sabines.
And we'll interview you. So, that's oh, that's cool. It's so close too. I can't speak. I am really excited.
Hey Lizzy,
What?
what do you call a nervous Jedi?
What?
Anakin Skywalker.
I am internally cringing right now.
That it was pretty cringy. I'm with you.
Oh, Zoe. I sent her a picture of me like doing. What was I doing?
You were
I
making
was
burgers.
I was making you burgers. Yes, and they were called. I called them hamburgers because I followed the Star Wars recipe.
Yeah,
And
with the tomato inside.
yes, and
Yeah, I know that one.
and then she texted me. And, go ahead, Zoe.
Oh, I was on the way to Steel City actually, and I texted you. I said something. They were like, I hope they're chewy or something,
Yes.
something like that.
Uh, Hey, Zoe. What am I gonna do with you? Okay. Yay, cringing puns and jokes. Okay. Uh, we are gonna take so much pictures of celebration.
What do you call a pirate droid?
Oh, it's gonna keep going.
Ezra.
R2D2.
Haha, so funny, Zoe. See, this is why I'm sick, Zoe, because of your joke.
My puns? Oh, I haven't made a pun in a while.
Yeah, but my mind told me that you were going to play puns, so it got ready, and it got sick.
It was a preemptive strike of illness.
Yes. So, what are your Holly? What are your plans for celebration? Like, just I don't.
Well, since
Out of curiosity.
I'll be working while I'm there, so it will kind of depend on what we can schedule, like in terms of doing interviews with people and whatnot. But I will also have my husband will be there as well, so hopefully we can get some time off of just working all day. Because usually when we work a show like that, if we're filming, we kind of work like from like 8 in the morning until 10 at night because we're either, running to meet people and do interviews or we're like reviewing footage in the evenings. But I'm hoping that we can carve out some time to just have fun and go to a couple panels. My favorite thing always at any celebration is whatever their like sort of museum setup is. So I'm hoping that there will be some yummy Rogue One props and costumes to look at. And of course, always hoping that there will be a little sneak at episode 8. So that's kind of my plan, is just go and hope to see everything amazing.
Yes, I wanted to go to celebration, the last celebration to get a loft cat.
Yeah.
The only thing I wanted.
Hopefully they'll have more loft cats.
Or Dave will throw out handfuls of loft cats.
You'll just be digging through the trash. Where is it? Where is it?
Yes.
You better not let Axel have one though, because loft cats eat loft rats.
Oh my goodness! Stop!
They're so funny.
Sure. and I'm losing my voice more and more. I always wanted to do an Onderonian rebel.
Oh yeah.
We haven't. I know I keep saying that, but and we keep not working on it. But I really just want to do that because I'm with Saw. I'm with Stila.
If it wasn't for the Jedi, the Onderon rebels would be on their own.
I'm literally standing here with my face in my hands, I can't quite cope with what just happened.
Hi, Lizzy.
Why? Okay. Bingo has his collar back on. I don't know who put that on him. But so there's going to be a lot of jingling in the background. I'm sorry.
We'll just know Bingo's close. It'll be happy. Happy noise.
Yay.
Happy noise. Instead of buddy noise.
Buddy is, he's snoring, but he's downstairs, so you can't hear him. So it's okay.
And Freddy noises are always the best.
Freddy is sleeping also.
Everyone's sleeping.
They're sleepy dogs. They don't do anything. They sleep all the time. I don't know why they're so tired. I don't know what they do.
They secretly leave and go to the Star Wars world and just do missions, and when you come back from school they're sleeping and exhausted. That's what they do. And I bet my dad goes with them.
Nice.
That's why he knows so much.
There you go.
So, I don't have any upcoming events or recent, so that's all for upcoming and recent events then. And topics, there's season 3. So, what do you guys think of season 3 so far?
I'm super enjoying it. I love that we got some Wedge Antilles.
Oh, yes. I didn't really care much about him, I'm going to be honest. And now I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, I love his hair.
His hair.
His hair. It's black and beautiful.
I am just glad we're getting a lot more like Mandalorian stuff because I am a sucker for Mandalorians. So
Crazy.
Yeah, we've gotten some really good Sabine stuff this season so far, so hopefully
I want
more.
Ketsu. She was in like one episode and then a little bit of another episode. I need her.
You have her. Sappy's over at your house all the time.
I know, she's working on our Ketsu.
Nice.
It's now that we're done, like done-ish, Sabine, we have more time for Ketsu. So. Yeah.
Yay. Ah, that I really like what's going on so far. I want more Darth Maul and Sabine and Mandalore. Mandalore.
If I would have one complaint, it would be like in like maybe the first like couple episodes, and like every episode was all about Ezra's feelings. Like Ezra, I want to give you a hug, but like other characters matter. I'm sorry. I love you, but I mean it's not all about you. I'm sorry.
I just want
it
more
was
Chopper.
for a second. Chopper, yes.
I want more Chopper all the time, all day, every day, more Chopper.
I want more Zeb. One of the best episodes in season 2 was that Lasat one, and then that's it. And that's Zeb.
Yeah. And that rock music that Zeb was listening to was the best. It was really, really cool.
And now Zeb joined the Sleeveless Club.
Yeah!
Yeah, he did. He and my dad will be bros.
Now your dad is like obliged to do a Zeb costume.
Yeah. And I don't really like non-sleeves. I like sleeves, long sleeves where I could hide all of my body because I just don't feel comfortable sometimes, and I'm really weird. Like,
I do not think you are alone in this at all.
yeah. And when season 2 Sabine had like sleeves, I was like, yes.
Yeah. I did similar dances. I was pretty happy.
See, when I found out she had sleeves, I was just happy because I was like, I don't have to be cold anymore. Because like there would be troops for like outside, and I was just standing there like, can I go inside now? And they'd be like, all right, we're gonna take the group picture outside. I'm like, can we not, please? I'm freezing. Let me live.
That's that like season sleeves are amazing. Sleeves are great. And then Ezra's hair. What was your first reaction to that, Holly?
Well, I had seen a sneak peek, so I was kind of braced once the actual season happened. I'm good with it. You know, I think it's like a nice way to show that he's progressing a little bit and maturing in some ways, which isn't to say that mature people can't have longer hair, but just, you know, his character is going on an arc, on a journey. So I liked it from that point of view. It took me a little while to get used to it just visually.
Yeah. I think that goes for everyone. I was actually in Texas when I found out with my brother, and with my grandma. And I was in the room, and my dad texted me. He was like, "Season 3 pictures are coming up. You want to see them?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, yes, yes." And so he texted me them, and I saw Ezra with no long hair.
Oh.
I started laughing so bad. and I look at my brother because he was like looking at me so weird, and he does Ezra. I was like, I am so sorry, Axel. And like, I showed it to him. He went on a rampage. It was like, he was so upset. He was like, "Oh, I don't like Ezra anymore. I quit." And like, and so he like kind of stomped off. And then I just kind of stared at the picture for a while. I was like, "Oh, well, this isn't that bad." Like, it's just that I like his hair, long hair better. So it was so weird. And now Axel, whenever he takes a shower, like, he still has his long hair. He'll just slick it back, and then he'll actually look like it from season 3, which is good since he doesn't have to cut his long hair. So
I mean, when I first saw it, my immediate reaction was like, I don't like it. Put it back. But like then like I looked at it more for a little bit. I was like, okay, I can get behind this. Okay, you go, Ezra. Cut your hair.
yeah, it was a big surprise to everyone. But I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. It was just kind of like in the middle-ish. But I like long hair on guys better.
Yeah.
It's really like just for everyone. It doesn't like matter who. Just everyone. Long hair. But for me, I don't like long hair on me. It's super weird. I'm crazy.
The heart wants what it wants. What did you guys think of Sabine's hair change?
I love it. I know Lizzie doesn't like it, but I love it.
I don't really like it that much. It's just
I don't either.
oh, so like I didn't like the cut of it. I liked the color.
Yeah.
Somewhat, but I didn't like the cut. It was just kind of threw me off, and I was like, "Oh goodness, why?" I think it made her face look smaller, almost. I think.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah.
See that.
And I don't know. It's just the front side. The back side, it looks totally fine, but like just the front side, I was just like, huh. But I like season 2 better with the blue and the like greenish.
I do too. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Zoe.
You see, season 3 is like my favorite of her hair so far. So I don't know.
It's funny, Zoe. You like said that it would be white and blue for Ahsoka.
And it's white and purple. I was close.
Yeah, you were close.
Yeah. Yeah. It was funny when those images first came out when they were doing the streaming coverage of Celebration Europe, because my hair is purple, and so everybody thought like, "Ooh, you must love this," and I'm like, you know what, I don't. And I think it's the platinum that's throwing me off. And I don't know what it is exactly. Like I don't hate it. It's just not my favorite. Like her season 2 hair is my favorite hair for her. Like I like the cut. I like that shag that she has going on a little bit better than this tight angled bob.
Yeah.
But everybody likes different stuff, which is what makes it awesome. Next season, who knows where we'll be at?
She could have her whole head shaved. We don't even know.
Right? Like a tiny tuft of pink hair at the front.
Yeah.
She'd look like Zarya from Overwatch.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah. And I think I really like it's at school there are a lot of different like colors for hair, and like there's red, there's blue. It's mainly blue and purple or like green or something, or like a faded purple which kind of somehow turned into a white, like off white. And I kept telling myself if I ever got like even like a tiny pinch of like uh hair color,
Uh-huh.
hair dye. That's I don't know. I'm not that familiar with it. I'm sorry. And so I would probably get like I really like what's her name from the Marvel X-Men.
Oh, Rogue with her little
Rogue.
stripe? Yeah.
Yes, with her white stripe. I
Yeah.
really like that. And I doubt it would look good on me, but like I just like it. It's pretty. It's awesome. No one has it, and like you know, it's cool.
It's
I
very
like it.
striking.
Yeah. Um. So I don't, but I kind of don't want to dye my hair because I like to donate it
Oh,
to.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to, but my mom doesn't want me to because she just likes my long hair. And I'm like, oh no, I don't like it. It gets in the way. So, and I used to get my haircuts like Sabine, just the hair cut,
Right.
not the whole like. My mom did do the whole, uh, actually dyeing her hair blue and orange because that
Uh-huh.
was when we first did the Star Wars Rebels costumes, and it was really really cool and really cool on her. And I was like, and I was so jealous. I will admit. So
I'm growing out my hair for Jin right now, and I like totally understand you with like the not liking it, because like right now, alright, so I don't know. I know Lizzie hasn't seen Voltron even though I keep telling her to.
I'm trying.
But the new Voltron Legendary Defender, it's very good. But and the one character named Keith, and I have like the same exact haircut as him right now, just because the way my hair is growing in, which would be fine, except in like the first episode, Lance is like, "Oh look, Keith has a mullet," and I'm just like, "Oh no,
Uh-oh.
oh no."
Hold on. I really liked how my hair was short, but my bangs were kind of like really, really weird. So I don't know. But oh well. So trying to think. I what are you expecting from this show from the season for the season?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, the end of last season and the beginning of this season were so amazing, um, that I'm really enjoying watching sort of the rebellion really start to come together. Of course, I, like everyone else, would love to have more info on the situation with Ahsoka where it was left off, but I'm not
Thank
gonna
you.
I'm not gonna hedge any bets that we're gonna get that. Yeah, I want more Hera. I want to see more of like her role in the rebellion. That would be my kind of wish list item. How about you
I
guys?
want Sabine to kick butt with the dark saber. I really am so excited.
Yeah.
I've been wanting an excuse to get at the dark saber. for so long, but I didn't want to be like Pre-Vizsla or Maul, so I just was like, oh, I'm stuck. But now Sabine has it, and I have an excuse to get one. And I again have an excuse to get a jetpack, so I'm so excited.
Sorry, I laughed a little. Huh. What were you guys talking about? I'm sorry.
Just your question about season 3. I'm also excited for my season 3 costume because there's gonna convoy on the one shoulder thingy, the jig, and I like convoys because they look like owls, and I like owls. So yeah, I talk too much. I'm sorry.
No.
It's fine. It's a podcast. It's what we do. We talk loud. We talk a lot. Which is not good for real life for me, but oh well.
So you didn't tell us what you're hoping for in season 3.
Oh, I want uh, I want I want Maul, Sabine, Mandalore. That's all I want. I just want to see it all end. What?
Sabine should behead Maul.
Stop it.
She should. He beheaded Pre-Vizsla. It's like poetry. She's House Vizsla. She beheads Maul. It's
poetry.
That's what it is. It repeats and it parallels. And it's beautiful.
Ay. Okay, Zoe. You keep thinking that.
Just saying. I would clap and applaud if that happened. I'm not even lying.
No, you would be crying.
If she beheaded Maul?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't. I don't like Maul.
No, you would be crying because your baby just killed someone.
Okay, yeah. That's fair. I mean, she kills people all the time.
Yeah, but she beheaded this person.
So she shot a guy, kicked him down, shot him 2 more times. She's ruthless. That's why she's awesome.
But that would kind of ruin the image for her, for like children. Even though like she just like I don't know, it's like children don't care about stormtroopers as long as you shoot them. I mean, if you're like torturing them, then like they're like, "Oh God, what are you doing?" Like just shoot them. But if you behead someone, that is
like
terrifying for kids.
It's pretty dark.
Kylo Ren.
What about Kylo Ren? What
Kids
are you bringing him into this?
No, kids like Kylo Ren stab Han Solo.
Well, you see, kids don't really understand quite yet.
You can't say they don't understand about Kylo.
You know what? I protect the babies. Stop, Zoe.
You can't. You're contradicting yourself.
Zoe.
You're confusing me.
That's what I do best. I confuse people. So, I just want to see Mandalore. Even though it's like probably trash now, but it's just I don't know what it is. It's just like just Satine and how her kingdom has fallen. It sounds dark, but this just brings tears to my eyes. And I'm like, oh God.
I want the Night Owls. Because you know Bo-Katan is not having this Empire stuff, and she's leading her own rebel cell.
Yeah. So, yeah, and most people think that she's gonna come back.
I mean, her voice actor is gonna be in Rebels, so that's a natural assumption.
Yeah, I guess so. So I just want to see Mandalore. That's all. I just want to see its status, I guess. Like, I don't want them to just talk about it, like how they told Ezra his parents were dead. I want to actually see it for myself.
I feel like if we saw Mandalore and it was like ruined, I would cry.
I would probably just be in shock for 3 days. And then, yeah.
Dog
So-
and Death Watch had to rebel against the team. They had a nice thing going. I don't understand what's your dealio. You can still like
Mandalorians are
train
crazy.
and fight.
Mandalorians are crazy.
They had a nice thing going. They had a lot of money. People were taken care of. Everything looked pretty.
When all is perfect, that's when you need to worry most.
I know, what the heck? Let us live.
That went so deep. Okay. So I think that's that, right? We went over hairstyles for both children's, both Ezra and
Children's.
Sabine, for both, and what we wanted. So what we want.
Oh, do you know what I want? I want them to stop skipping a week in between episodes. What's going on with that? I mean, excuse me.
You know what, Zoe? When you go older, you can make your own episodes, okay?
Right, when you become a network programming director, then you can dictate when they do and do not skip weeks.
I want to know why.
So they keep us wanting more. And it's working. Obviously. See, Zoe?
I don't.
Zoe.
Whoops.
What? No, I'm here. Present.
I said that we should probably start saying our goodbyes since I had to head to bed soon.
Oh, it's 11:30. Oh my.
Oh my goodness,
okay.
Zoe.
Yeah, saying goodbyes would be good. Thank you for listening to Star Wars Geek Girl.
Thank you, Holly.
Oh my gosh. My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the show.
Time.
It was very fun, despite all the technical difficulties.
Yeah. Yep. Technical difficulties. It's Buddy. I'm sorry.
It's all Buddy's fault.
It's all Buddy's
Somehow,
fault.
some way, Buddy's fault.
Like his dreams is like chasing down your computer and like.
Oh God.
So, yeah. So don't forget to rate the podcast. I never said the goodbyes before.
Well, then say the goodbyes.
I want to say the goodbyes. Yay!
Do it.
Yay! Yay! I don't really know it. So don't forget to rate the podcast. Follow us on StarWarsGeekGirl.com. Oh, and where can we find you, Holly?
You can find me at mistinhistory.com and across pretty much all social media as Mist in History. And we are also, of course, on iTunes as Stuff You Missed in History Class, and Faux-Authentic History is on iTunes. And you can also catch us at fauxauthentichistory.com.
Cool. So yeah, we're on StarWarsGeekGirl.com. Don't forget to buy our shirts at TeePublic. Kibbles, make Kibbles real, and theRogueRebels.com. That's me and my family. So
Make
Zoe
sure
was
you
Zoe.
watch that Friends Friends thing I made. The
Oh yeah,
Rebels.
I haven't. I need to see that. Okay.
I sent it to you, and
I
it
know.
just
I don't
said
have
red.
internet
You
on my
never
phone.
responded.
I don't have internet on my phone. I told you. Okay. So I was Lizzy. Zoe.
I was Zoe.
And what do you say after? I don't remember. Zoe.
What?
Zoe, what do you say afterwards? This is my
I
first time.
say, thank you for listening to Star Wars Geek Girl. May the Force be with you.
And goodbye.
Yay! And the clicker thing is on the other side of the room. So I'm lazy.
So,
Okay. Well, it's 11:34, so I'm gonna go to bed because I have school tomorrow.
Do it.
So, goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks for having me, ladies.
Yeah, no problem. It was fun.
Alrighty. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Star Wars Geek Girls. They're geek girls that like Star Wars. And sometimes cry.